Howdy ho, Andrew here. Welcome to the Onion Buns and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Oilers. So, the season calendar has been released. So, right off the bat, Wednesday, October 1st, we play in Seattle. The Seattle, the hell is there? Are they the, no, they're not the Yeti. I'll have to look that up. I actually can't remember what they decided on. So we play Seattle. On Friday the 3rd, we play Vancouver in Vancouver. And then we have our first home game on the 8th against Calgary. And then on the 11th, we play Vancouver at home. So 4 games in the first 11 days. That's not too bad. So yeah, we're month and a half out. It's coming down quickly. But yeah, it got released. And if you go to the Edmonton Oilers site, they have the full 2025-2026 schedule up. So you can see everything. All in the description of the video, I will link to the schedule so that people can just, if you want, just look in the description of the video, click on the link, and it'll bring you right into it. And you can see when we're playing and who we're playing and everything like that. So, alrighty. There wasn't really any news this past week other than the schedule. I guess we'll start with one feel-good story. It's about everybody whipping boy Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner donates blood. Apparently Skinner's been donating, he has a rare blood type, which I didn't know about until I read this article. He has a rare blood type and he's been donating enough blood that he's literally could have saved the lives of 100 rare blood type children. You know, and he was asked about it. I don't do it for praise or attention. I do it because it's the right thing. If my blood can give a child another chance at life, then that's my legacy. And I mean, let's forget the hockey. Congratulations, Stuart. You are a class act. You may not be everybody's cup of tea in net, but as a human being, you are an absolute class act. And nobody out there can say one negative word about you as a person. Like, seriously. Big props. Big props. That is what I shouldn't say expect, but that is what I want to hear about from our players. Like, these guys get a lot of money and some of them do great things. Like Connor and Leon constantly donate their time to charity. So does Ryan Nugent Hopkins. So does Hyman, and so does Nurse. So I'm sure the others do too, to a certain degree. You just don't hear about it. Evander Kane, like, one of my favorite things about Evander Kane was he would give out these gift cards to underprivileged kids, take them to a store and say, go shop, and that he did that for years out of his own pocket until the Oiler charity got involved and started paying for it. But it was Evander who did it. And I mean, that's what we want in the city. Forget the hockey. Those are the type of people I want my athletes to be in the city. And yeah, just big thumbs up, Stuart. Like, that's just fantastic. What else can you say about it? All right, before we move on, I just want to say, if you get any enjoyment out of my videos, please take them one moment to like, subscribe, share, and comment. The like, the share, and the comment helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting more eyes on my videos from people that are not subscribed. The subscription, I need to get to 1,000 subscriptions to get monetized. So please, I'll stop begging when we hit 1,000. How's that for a deal? So the sooner we get there, the less you got to hear about it from me. Anyway, so back to this. This came across my Facebook and it just made me laugh. And I just got to show you a rare photo of the arrival of the Russian national hockey team in Canada. That's hilarious. That's just funny. The other one that got me was good old TSN on Bar Down, probably the stupidest sports show on the face of the earth. Rah, rah, Leafs. They came out with this stupid image. How many cups will this team win? And it's got a picture of Purseboy Matthews, Nylander, and McDavid. As Toronto Maple Leafs. As I said last video, Toronto media is desperate to believe that Connor McDavid is signing in Toronto as a Toronto Maple Leaf, and he's not. Even if he didn't sign in Edmonton, he's not going to the Leafs. If he doesn't sign in Edmonton, which I think he is, as I said, I give it to the start of the season, really. Even if he didn't sign in Edmonton, he's going to go to a contender. Toronto can't get past the second frickin' round. They're not a contender in anyone's mind but Toronto media. So McDavid's not going there, because if it's about the money, he can get the money in Edmonton. Cats will pay him the money. If he wants $18 million, Cats will pay him $18 million. It'll hurt the team, but Cats will pay him. So it's not about the money, it's about winning. Toronto's not a winner. Again, they can't get past the second round. They can barely make it to the second round most years. So, yeah, it's just Bar Down, TSN, morons being morons. And to finish off the humor part of this segment, you know you've been through it all as an Oiler fan when you remember this slogan. Loyal to the Oils, stay Oilers, stay. SOS, stay Oilers, stay. Road race. Obviously, that's a flag from when, well, during the Decade of Darkness, when the team was looking at moving, before Cats came in and saved it. So, just a little bit of memory lane, but it's it'll be out of mind of a lot of people, so I thought I'd share it here. All right, so to finish off, I didn't do it last week because we actually had a fairly busy week in news. So I'm going to go through my fourth line predictions and the other players. Okay. Guaranteed center ice fourth line is Curtis Lazar. Just, and I got all the time in the world for Lazar. I'm so glad he signed here. I really am. He is your prototypical fourth line center. He's going to be on the penalty kill. And yeah, there's really nothing much else to say. He's a defensive forward. He's 6 foot. So he's not big, but he's gritty, and he's just going to be, he's what we've been missing on the fourth line. We have needed that fourth line figure who will be the glue to the fourth line. And I really do believe Curtis Lazar is that glue. I was thrilled when he signed. On his wings, I'm looking through the names here, and Faf disagrees with me. My best guess on the fourth line with him is going to be Podkolzin. Now, there's a very good chance that Podkolzin's up on the second line with Leon and Trent Frederick's down on the third or the fourth line. But as I said in my previous weeks, I'd rather see Trent Frederick up there, and that's why I put him there. But Leon likes Podkolzin. So, that's the thing you can't predict, is what Leon and Connor are saying behind the scenes. People get chances to play with them because of what they want. So, but my choice, I would have Vasily Podkolzin on the fourth line with Curtis Lazar. That's nice grit, powerful fourth line defensive. And as I've said before, that's what I want my fourth line to be. I want my fourth line to be a shutdown line. The other player on that fourth line will be Kapanen. He will be the offense of the fourth line. He's got the speed. He's got a good offensive upside to him. But it's still, even he's 6'1". They would be a powerful shutdown fourth line unit. And I truly believe that's what we need on this team. I think one of the reasons we lost last year in the playoffs is we had offense, 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 offense. There's more to hockey than just offense. There is. You got offense, you got defense, you got penalty killing, you got power play, you got physicality, you got goaltending. It's all got a mesh. And last year I felt we were way too focused on just offense. So hopefully this year, Knobloch will mix it up some, because if we're going to go into the finals again and win this time, I think we need 2 top lines of offense, and that's Leon and Connor's lines. We need a balanced third line that can shut down and can play offense. And then we need a shutdown fourth line who can just grind the other team's top 2 lines down, just punish them. So those are my picks for the fourth line. On defense, well, I think Troy Stecher should be our number 7 defenseman. And even then, I'm not willing to bet money on it because I can't predict what Knobloch's going to do. A part of me still says Knobloch's going to put Stecher up with Nurse on the second line pairing, and that's not going to work. Troy Stecher is not a defensive defenseman, though he did respectable. Like, he did respectable last year, but he's not a defensive defenseman, and we need to get Darnell a partner who will hold back and protect while Darnell rushes. Let Darnell play Darnell's game. So I think Troy Stecher should be our number 7 defenseman. I think our number 5 and 6 is obviously Kulak. Coming in on the third line defense. Like, that's a given. And then it's between Wallman and Emerson. On which one Knobloch wants up with Darnell. Like, my prediction was Wallman would be up with Darnell, so that would leave Kulak and Emberson together as our third line pairing. But, I could see Kulak mixing it up. And again, I could see Knobloch putting Stecher up on the second pairing and just screwing everything up, And that's no slight at Troy Stecher. It's just the way I look at how the team's being built. And that would be my third pairing. My third pairing would be Kulak and Emberson. But we'll have to see how that plays out. What I like about Emberson is he's got some size and some grit to him. It's the same as Wallman. Wallman's got some size to him. Like, he's 6'1", but he's 98 kilograms. So, our biggest defenseman is Ekholm. And just looking at it, he's 6'5", 102 kilograms. He's a monster. But, and Trent Frederick, as I was saying, I want him up with Leon because, well, he's 6'3", 100 kilograms. He's got size and he plays like he's big. And I still say Matt Savoy is going back to the AHL. I still think that's going to happen. But anyway, that would be my third pairing. The one guy I want to talk about, though, that's outside of the bubble, but I still want to see him get another chance, is Josh Brown. Now, I know he didn't have a fantastic year in the minors last year. But again, physicality. In that bottom pairing, we need physicality. And Brown at 6'5", 99 kilograms brings physicality and then some. You know, I really do believe we lost the final last year because we were not tough enough at all. And we need to get some toughness into this lineup. And of the players we have on our team, Josh Brown fits that mold. So I would like to see him as the 8th defenseman and slotted in and given a real opportunity to make this team. We'll have to see if that happens. But anyway, so that's my third line pairing. I told you last week I was going to go over it this week, so that's it. And that's really about all I got for you this week. It's there wasn't any real news to talk about, so just a bunch of filler, some humor, and the third line pairing, which really doesn't get anyone excited, but still worth talking about. So tell me, what do you like? Seriously, come to the comments. Tell me what you think our lineup's going to be. Put it in the comments so we have it and we can go back and we can look when the team starts. Who's where, what's where. Like, I can't predict Knobloch. I really can't. I don't understand how his mind works. And that's not to say I think he's a bad coach. I think he's an excellent coach. Just some of his pairings make no sense to me. They really don't. And I do really believe we lost last year so badly because I don't think we competed after the second game. Contrary to winning another game, I don't think we competed. I think we lost so badly because we were simply not tough enough. We were too one-dimensionally focused on offense and shut us down on it. They figured it out and they shut us down. We need to become more balanced throughout the lineup. And so that's my fourth line forwards and my third line pairing. What do you think it is? Tell me in the comments. And that's about all I have for you today. So if you like this video, leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'm trying to grow my channel, and a like, a subscribe, and a share does me wonders. And I do appreciate it. I really do. I always feel free to leave a comment. I encourage everybody to leave a comment. Not only does it get us interacting, but it really does help me with the YouTube algorithm and getting more eyes on my videos. And as always, pew, 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.